Hey guys, BananasFinest here, and welcome to another Monster Hunter World tutorial. Today I will be showing you how to easily solo an Elder Dragon, Vaal Hazak, who I think is one of the easiest Elder Dragons to defeat in this game. So I'll be showing you just some tactics on how to go about soloing him so you can build his armor or build weapons with his drops. So let's go ahead and take a look. So first things first, let's go ahead and look at his weaknesses. As you can see, he has a 3-star weakness against both fire and dragon, 2-star against ice, just 1-star for thunder, and he is resistant to water. So you're definitely going to want to be using either a fire or dragon weapon if you're going to be fighting him for the best results. His weak points are his head, his chest, and his tail. And as you can see, his tail is severable. So you're going to want to target those areas while you're fighting him, especially if you want to be breaking off pieces so that you can increase your chances of getting good drops. In terms of the best way to defend against him, really the main thing you have to worry about when fighting Vaal Hazak is his Effluvia, or his miasma, I guess, and what you need for that is Effluvia resistance, and pretty much the only way I know of to deal with that is by actually having Vaal Hazak armor. So until you have chipped away at him and gotten pieces of his armor as you continue to fight him, you're just gonna have to kind of deal with the Effluvia, but I will show you that it's actually not that bad to deal with, as null berries are very common and it's a good thing to have when fighting him. So anyways, as you can see, you're definitely going to want to eat before you take on Vaal Hazak. I always do the chef choice because that just seems to be the best. And once you're ready, go ahead and either load up your optional quest, or if you have an investigation, do your investigation to fight Vaal Hazak. Alright, so as you can see, I spawned in the central camp in the Rotten Vale, as this is the location that is closest to Vaal Hazak, and you can also grab some herbs and a wiggly lich on your way to fight him. Furthermore, if you don't have any null berries before you start this fight, no need to fear, as there are plenty that you can grab before you start this fight. I'm going to show you 3 locations you can get while on your way to fight him. Here's some right here, and there's 2 per thing, so there's 2 already. I'll show you a place where there's 2 more. You need null berries because if you don't have any effluvia resistance, Vaal Hazak shoots out miasma, which is like these, this gray nasty stuff. Here's another place to get null berry, and one right next to it. And so basically, he shoots out this stuff that if you get afflicted with it, your health basically gets cut in half, and you start losing health also. So it's a very quick way that you can die if you're not careful. However, it is very easily curable, as all you have to do is switch over to a nullberry and consume it, and it will get rid of the effluvia and restore the max capacity of your health back to normal, and so then you can use like a mega potion to bring you back up to full health. So it's not honestly the worst thing to deal with if you're on top of your game when dealing with it. Just make sure that you have null berries handy while you're fighting him, because you'll probably get afflicted with this a couple times throughout the fight, as he does use these moves fairly often. That being said, if you do have, I think there are 2 pieces of Vaal Hazak gear that provide effluvia resistance. Once you have those, you basically never get afflicted with effluvia, so it makes the fight much easier, and you won't really find yourself needing null berries anymore. So yeah, Vaal Hazak is definitely one of the Elder Dragons that you're going to want to, because you're going to have to farm him several times to get his armor set. So as you unlock those pieces of gear, you're going to want to equip those as you continue to fight him, because it'll only make it easier to farm him. Okay, so real quick, let's go ahead and talk about some of the moves, the main moves that Vaal Hazak uses in his fight. So a couple of them, the first ones that are the Effluvia Attacks, he either shoots out effluvia in a straight line, and now when you see him charging it for this attack, note that he always starts from his right and sweeps across to his left. So you're usually going, like if you're facing him, you're usually going to want to be off to the right, because he'll start from the other side and sweep around. So then you can use that opportunity to get up close to him and get in a bunch of damage on his face or his chest while he is shooting that out, because it's a fairly long attack, and you can use that opportunity to do a lot of damage to him. Another miasma attack he uses is, you'll see if he does a really big charge back, he comes back very big up onto his back legs, and then he'll come down and shoot out this huge cloud of miasma, and you're gonna definitely want to avoid that, as that will almost guarantee that you get afflicted with effluvia if you get hit with that without any effluvia resistance. So that's when you need to watch out for. I usually take the opportunity when he's using this attack to get off to the side, way out of the range of the attack, and actually use a whetstone. That way I can just recharge and stay in the fight while he's doing that, because it doesn't have a huge range, but if you're too close, it will definitely hit you. Now, of course, he also has, some tail sweeping attacks if you're behind him that I'll try to hit you with. He has some lunges. He does have a lunge that is a 3-part lunge, so you need to watch out for that. Make sure you dodge all 3 parts. The reason why Vaal Hazak is, in my opinion, the easiest Elder Dragon to solo is because his moves are very slow, and it's very obvious when he's going to use them. There's usually, like, for example, a lot of his lunges, he usually gives you, it's very obvious when he's going to use them, because he comes back real big and then jumps at you. So usually gives you a lot of time to get out of the way and dodge it. Honestly, don't find yourself getting hit too often in these fights. As you can see here, I'm getting hit because I'm playing fairly sloppy, but that being said, since he also is a very slow Elder Dragon, you can spend a lot of time just right under him, dealing really heavy damage as he's like swinging around you. Honestly, that's where I spend most of my time, is smacking him in the chest, because it's a great big weak spot of his, and you can do a lot of damage right there. Usually you'll find that the fight takes place in, I think, like 4 different locations. It starts out in that opening spot. It moves over to the very next location right next to that spot. He then usually moves into a place where there's effluvia around. That's probably the most annoying part, because you're taking damage as you fight him, but as long as you manage your health and just keep whittling him down, it's not too bad. And then he usually comes back basically to the 2 locations that he started in. So the fight doesn't go into a very wide range of locations, which is nice. So basically, as you continue the fight, just keep on using nullberries to get rid of any effluvia affliction you may experience. Always use those right away when you get afflicted. That way you can use them and then get back to full health with mega potions and stuff. And then, yeah, just keep wailing on him. Like I said, he's a very easy Elder Dragon to just keep constant damage on. Not a lot of big AoE attacks, and the ones that are usually very obvious. Give you plenty of time to get out of the way. And so, yeah. And yeah, those are probably the main things I'd say to keep an eye out for as you do this fight. Like anything, you'll only get more efficient as you continue to fight him. I think I'm on like my 15th Vaal Hazak slay, which I mean isn't a whole lot, but it was enough for me to get the full armor set. And as you can see here towards the end of the video, this fight, even with me dying once, it only took me 17 minutes. So sometimes you can get that time down to 15 minutes depending on how efficient you are, or what weapon you're using, or yeah, it's not a long fight, and like I said, he's very easy to keep constant damage on, which is why I think he's one of the easiest Elder Dragons to fight. Anyways, I hope you guys found this helpful. Hopefully this helps you solo Vaal Hazak. Again, in my opinion, one of the easiest Elder Dragons to solo. You can get some awesome armor from him that is currently my high rank set that I'm using, and you can also make some sweet weapons from some of his drops as well. As always, keep an eye out for more Monster Hunter content. If this helped you out, please leave a like, comment, and/or subscribe. and I will see you guys next time. Peace.